What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Doing good.
Doing good?
Beautiful day.
So today we're on this will be day what? Day
6, I believe.
6?
6, I believe, yeah. 6.
Yeah, right? Day 6, okay. Now, in your own words, kind of tell us where you're at right now mentally, emotionally, physically. How do you feel right now?
Sure. Thought I was good, but last night was kind of rough. Just like sweating a lot. Like you said, it's the process, it's all the stuff coming out of me, and did not expect that after coming here after rehab. So that was surprising. But other than that, perfectly fine, honestly. No withdrawals. That sweating is just a trigger for me. It wasn't withdrawals. It was just what I'm going through. And yeah, I'm just ready for this and willing to do whatever it takes.
Okay. Sounds good, brother.
Not gonna lie, it is hard. I can't tell you how many times I've thought, man, I'd pay someone $50 to bring me a cigarette right now.
Yeah.
But you just gotta fight those thoughts.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother. So, right now what we're going to do next is we're going to talk about, I call them rules, but more than rules, it's recommendations for you to take home of what I've picked up from patients who are clean to the day, who are doing good to the day, that I'm going to try to share with you so that you in your own way can take into your daily life, put them into practice in your own way, and hopefully get the same result as those patients have, right?
Right.
It's crazy how patients that have come here from different status, different society, places, different problems, different traumas, etc., and the factors that play an important role in these patients' recoveries are pretty much very similar from one person to another. Sure. The ones that made them successful and the ones that actually affected their recovery.
We're all human.
Are actually pretty similar.
Yeah.
So I compiled a list, thanks to those patients, I've compiled the list of things that actually helped or pretty much got them through the initial phase of the recovery, and some of them who decided to actually continue with discipline to continue practicing these rules or recommendations that are still working for them to the day.
Like I said earlier, man, you ain't lied to me yet, so I trust you completely.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah.
So the list of rules, right? Rule number 1, I call it the no substances. Okay. That's rule number 1. This rule basically pertains, mainly to your substance of choice, right? It is important to understand your substance of choice just isn't an option anymore, man.
Yeah.
I even kind of treat it, or I try to help people understand it in a way like in an allergy, right?
Sure.
Like there's some people who now as an adult, for example, are allergic to shrimp. But when they were kids, bro, they weren't allergic to it. It kind of started developing as they were getting older, right?
Yeah.
When they were kids, they could still eat it. And then they tell their mom, you know what? I kind of feel like this little tingly feeling on my lips. And I even feel like tingly feeling on my fingers, but I'm okay. And because they like the shrimp, well, they continue eating it. And then as they're growing up, oh shit, it's starting to get a little worse. Now I feel like my lips kind of swole. I kind of feel my face a little numb. And then slowly, in due time, bro, into their present time at a certain adult age, oh shit, I can't really eat it anymore because now if I eat shrimp, it'll literally like close my throat. It's the same thing with addiction, with your substance of choice, bro.
Dude, that's a trip because that started happening to me with peanut butter.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's an allergy that pretty much developed throughout the years, right?
Yeah.
But for some reason, bro, that person, because they knew what shrimp tastes like and how much they liked it when they were kids, it's like, what if I try a little bit more? Maybe I could do it this time and I won't choke. Right. I'll be fine. Because they miss the taste of the shrimp, right?
Sure.
And then they see other people consuming it in front of them and they're like, oh, fuck, man, I miss my shrimp, right?
Yeah.
But guess what, man? If they touch that stuff, they will literally die.
Yeah.
Same thing with your substance of choice. You need to convince yourself that you're now fully allergic to it. Like it or not, bro.
Okay.
Because if you really think about it, logically speaking, it literally is like that. It will freaking kill you.
It's worse than an allergy.
Yes.
And honestly, what am I doing here if I'm thinking about using it again?
Yes.
You know?
Correct. So that's like one of the main things that I try to tell patients, right? Your substance of choice, you have to finally convince yourself, bro. You have to finally convince yourself that you just can't touch it no more.
Yeah.
Not even once, not even a little bit. A very common mistake that comes to this part of this rule is thinking, well, maybe just once, right? That's a very common mistake.
I've made that mistake before many times.
Right. There was a patient that told me once he had been clean for like 5 years. And he said one day he got into a fight with his wife. It triggered him. And in his anger, he decided to go use. And he had been clean for about 5 years, right? And he said it in his words. He says, as soon as I touched that shit, bro, I felt like these claws just went straight into my chest. And I could even kind of hear how my addiction, the monster, kind of told me, you're mine now, bro. You're not going anywhere.
That's how it is.
Right?
You try to tell yourself, I'll do it once and then I'll wait a week, do it again. It never happens that way.
And then another common mistake is thinking, well, I've been clean for so long. You know what? I've been kicking ass. I've been doing good. I've been disciplined. I've been behaving. You know what? I deserve one more time. Or I deserve this like little treat or escape.
Yeah.
Right? To believe that you deserve that is to think that it's still a treat, that it still helps you, that it's still something good.
Yeah.
Right? To be able to defeat that part, you need to fall into full understanding, bro, and believe that shit's a poison now. It's not really a treat. It's not really something that helps, or it's not really something that actually is beneficial for you.
Right.
If there's any little glimpse of you that thinks that it is, then that can still kind of convince you to think, well, I deserve this. It'll help me, or it'll help me escape, or help me numb, or whatever reason, right?
Right.
And yes, at a certain point, your drug of choice was a kind of help for something physical, for pain, for injuries. It was maybe a help for something psychological, for trauma, kind of help you numb away your problems. For something mental, your responsibilities, kind of run away from them for a moment or whatever.
Yep.
For something emotional, kind of help you run away from like the hurt that you were suffering, or the shame or the guilt that maybe itself could have caused in the process.
Yeah.
But if it were really the help this whole time, bro, you wouldn't be here.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's the idea, is that you need to convince yourself of that being so.
Right.
Right?
We're on the same page there.
Yeah. So, and then, so the idea, bro, is to convince yourself that it is definitely not the help. So there's no one more time, I deserve it, etc. We honestly believe, we have nothing against any programs. Everybody finds healing in their own way. And in some cases, they'll find it AA, NA, 12-step, Rapid Detox. Whatever program works for you, it's fine. We respect it. But one philosophy we just do not believe in, bro, us personally, we do not believe in calling yourself an addict the rest of your life.
Right.
We don't believe that, bro.
Yeah.
I believe, in our opinion, and again, just to be clear, I'm no therapist, specialist, psychologist, specialist, or a doctor, bro. I'm just saying, in my opinion, I believe calling yourself an addict the rest of your life is kind of setting yourself up for failure.
Sure. I've always believed that in counting the days sober, you're reminding yourself every day that you count, you know? So, I don't know. Do you suggest any programs after this, like sober living or anything like that?
Anything that helps you, bro.
I'm just scared that it's going to turn into...
If you feel therapy helps you, if you feel going to going to groups helps you, all that is a positive thing for you, bro.
Sure.
The only thing that you need to be aware of as an adult is to be like, okay, am I safe here? Like if you see people coming out of the rehab and going straight to using or kind of convincing you to go somewhere, then it's probably not the best place, right?
That's what I'm scared of.
So, and then something that a lot of the Ibogaine patients that come out of these programs encounter going to those programs is you can't really freely talk about Ibogaine in those places.
Sure.
It's judged. It's still frowned upon. It's still kind of judged. There's still not enough understanding for you to freely stand in front of this group of AA, NA, or whatever program and talk about, you know what, this was my experience. This is how I found healing through Ibogaine, or people don't understand. So one of the ideas is to fully comprehend that philosophy of not calling yourself an addict is to basically understand that we are highly adaptive beings, right? We can literally adapt to anything we believe we want to be, bro.
I truly believe that.
If I want to think I'm a criminal, then that's who I'm gonna be. If I'm thinking I'm a bad person, I'm a fiend, then that's who I want to be. And what's crazy is that as highly adaptive beings that we are, if maybe we thought that what we were for a while, we can still turn that around, and then one day decide, you know what, fuck that. I think I'm no longer that.
Right.
And still redefine who you are. So when it comes to substances, bro, we need to understand it's not the help. It's not the solution. It's actually what got me into rehab over and over.
Sure.
It's what got me into these troubles at home. It's what got me into these financial issues, etc. Once you can finally convince yourself that it's not the help, then it won't be a reward anymore.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And then along with this rule also follows the common substances that are pretty much everywhere right now, which is marijuana, alcohol, and nicotine, right? Marijuana, bro, unfortunately nowadays everybody's completely abusing it, and like it or not, when you're done with this program, one of the things that we focus on, which has to do with this rule, is a chemical reset. When you come here for treatment, bro, and you've already taken medications, pharmaceuticals, other substances to get you off your drug of choice, etc. We believe it's because of a chemical imbalance. Your brain craves what it thinks and knows to make it feel okay and normal, not even to get high anymore.
Right.
Just to feel normal.
Specifically with opioid, I know the science behind it, and that after I learned it, it made it harder for me to quit because I had an excuse. You know, I have all these receptors in my brain now that my body can't possibly fill on its own. Yes. So I have to.
Yes.
I have to, or else I can't work.
So to a certain extent, before coming here, before doing the Ibogaine flood, that was actually still something that really wasn't a choice, right? You were still thinking it was the help, right? I need my fix to feel okay, to be able to go to work, even to be able to socialize, or to be able to even get up out of bed, right? To a certain extent, it was still the help. After Ibogaine, that's no longer an excuse. Ibogaine corrects that brain chemistry of yours. So one of the main things that I want you to try to focus on the next year, at least 1 year before this treatment, after this treatment, is to take care of that brain chemistry correction. Yeah. Ibogaine is going to give you your dopamine levels again. That means you won't need to take anything to feel okay, to feel normal. Right. So being that so, it is your responsibility to take care of that brain chemistry. Yeah. To not mess with your dopamine, your endorphin levels, your serotonin levels. For that to happen, you need to stay off all substances for the next year. But after the year, a very common question is, well, what if I smoke weed? Or what if I take edibles or something with marijuana, right? The problem is, man, the cold honest truth about marijuana, like it or not, it is still a sedative. Sure. It sedates you. Yeah. And one of the things, when coming into sobriety, one of the things you need to get used to is feeling, sensations. Right. So if you're taking something that sedates you, that can slowly lead you back into that comfort zone of not wanting to feel. Sure. Right? So that's what you got to watch out for. And then at the same time, the chemical part. Marijuana does affect your brain chemistry, like it or not. Everybody will say, well, it's a natural drug. It's good for you because it's natural, etc. It is one of the safest drugs out there for sure.
Yeah.
I respect it. And it is also a type of medicine. But unfortunately, it's being abused.
Sure.
If marijuana was never the problem in your life, it wasn't something that triggered you to using opiates, for example, right? If opiate was the problem, but marijuana never was, then if after a year you decide, you know what, it's just that I want to use it here and there, then you need to learn to use it responsibly.
Sure.
Marijuana is not something you're supposed to be smoking every day.
Yeah.
Or even every week.
Right.
Or even every month. If you ask me, the responsible manner to use marijuana is maybe once every 3, 4, 5, or 6 months, bro.
Yeah.
I've been kicking ass. I've been working out. I've been taking care of myself. I've been really responsible, putting money away, taking care of my family. My responsibilities are all taken care of. And I kind of already starting to kind of carry some baggage through this work that I've been kicking ass. All right. It's been 6 months, full sobriety, this and that. You know what? I'm gonna get my weed, my marijuana, go home. Instead of going out to party and smoking weed, bro, you go home and you do it like we do it here. Sage, clean the area you're gonna be at. You're gonna treat it like a medicine, not like a recreational drug. You're gonna treat it like a medicine. You're gonna go somewhere, go home into a safe environment.
Yeah.
You're gonna clean your area you're gonna work in. You're gonna put on some Zen music or something that's gonna help you relax your mind into that meditated state that marijuana can give you. And then you do it in a respectful manner towards the medicine.
That makes sense.
Not just use it recreationally.
Yeah.
And what's gonna happen, you're gonna get high on it. It's gonna relax you. You're gonna go into some introspection because you're using it in a respectful manner, like a medicine. And the next day, you're ready to go.
Right.
And you don't touch it again, bro, for another 4, 5, 6 months.
Yeah.
That's the responsible manner, in my opinion, to use marijuana.
That makes sense.
Alcohol is pretty much everywhere any day, bro. Like, it's just so common, right?
Yeah.
It's been unfortunately brainwashed into everybody's minds that we need alcohol.
Right.
Like, it's part of everyday's life. It's part of partying. It's part of socializing. It's part of family reunions, etc. And for some reason, we fell into the brainwash of thinking alcohol is something that we need.
Yeah.
Right? Alcohol is also a substance that you have to watch out for, bro, because it can lead you towards using. It can make, my belief, alcohol could kind of, it usually causes dumb decisions.
Well, they literally call it spirits.
Yeah. It can cause dumb decisions, bro. It can make you put your guard down, in my belief. It makes you put your guard down. And that thing that you thought was like super important to take care of can become, it's all right.
Yeah.
Fuck it, right? And you could just go get yourself your little fix, and that could just lead you to the rest.
Like, sure.
Right? But if alcohol was never a problem, it was never a trigger, I usually say, for the next year, no alcohol, bro. I don't want you to, my opinion is you're not supposed to touch anything for the next year.
Yeah.
To get used to being fully alive, full in sensations,
Sure.
feel everything, good and bad, stress, happiness, changes, etc. To feel everything, bro. That's the whole idea of this, like, next year. But if after a year, if alcohol was never an issue, then I'd say, okay, test the waters first, right? If you go to a family reunion, maybe have a cup or two or a glass or two or a beer or two, and then feel where you're at right there, right? If it affects you in a negative manner, then, oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Put it aside. Learn from that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, alcohol's never been really a thing for me. I'll go have one beer, that's it. But I don't see that being an issue.
Yeah. And then another big one, nicotine,
Yeah.
right? When it comes to nicotine, bro, one of the main things that I like patients to understand, especially, is to try to make you conscious about nicotine, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to nicotine, man, nicotine, when it was just a cigarette back in the day, there weren't that many chemicals in it.
Right.
Even our grandparents could they'd live to freaking 80, 90 years of age when smoking, bro, right? Our tobacco isn't what it was back in the day. First factor. Secondly, like it or not, it still contaminates your bloodstream, contaminates your lung function, and it's a leading cause of cardiovascular and respiratory issues, bro. Like it or not, right? But nicotine on its own, well, people nowadays either vape, chew, or either other ways of getting nicotine. One thing that I like people to understand, bro, is that nicotine, in my opinion, throughout these years working in this field, is one of the leading causes of your anxiety.
Yeah.
You could be sober, bro. You could go home and stay sober. If you touch nicotine when you get back, bro, you're going to notice that your anxiety levels are going to start climbing slowly. And that usually leads to not sleeping well, not feeling motivated, insecurity of your tasks, and then even insomnia. And then later on, it leads on to depression. And eventually, when you're trying to get sober, bro, it'll probably even lead you towards triggers.
Yeah. Relapse.
All right? I have patients who went home and they're doing great, bro. They're happy, no more addiction, no more rehab, no more detox, none of that stuff. And one of the main factors is that they actually decided to honestly not touch nicotine anymore. No more vaping, no more chewing tobacco, no more smoking, and they're doing great, bro.
I believe it.
And it goes to hand with exercise.
Yeah.
Right? So when it comes to nicotine, bro, one of the main factors that I've seen of patients who went home and they're not relapsing, they're like, I don't want to ever go back to my drug of choice. I don't want to go relapse. I don't want to do anything with detox or any of that stuff anymore. Mm-hmm. But I'm suffering some anxiety or I don't feel like I felt when I left you guys, or maybe I need to come back. Maybe I need to do more work with the medicines, bro. One of the main factors is nicotine.
I believe it.
So one of the main things that I want you to become accountable for and understanding, at least be conscious about, is that if you decide to go back to either vaping or smoking or any of that stuff, is to know, oh, why am I feeling so anxious, bro? And you're over here with your vape in your hand, to at least be conscious that that's the cause of it, sure. Right?
Yeah.
Now, in regards to this rule in general, if you ask me, in general, at a certain age, bro, we're supposed to grow out of everything in certain stages of our life. And substances are one of the things that we're supposed to grow out of.
I believe it.
Right? When we're kids, we want candy. I want candy. As we're growing up, bro, we're not supposed to be eating that much candy anymore, right?
Right.
Same thing with substances in general, bro. Eventually, we're supposed to grow out of the alcohol. We're supposed to grow out of the nicotine, man.
Yeah. I grew out of the marijuana and the alcohol. Nicotine's next.
Yeah. So and then when it comes to sobriety, I'm of the idea, bro, that we don't actually need anything. If there's a substance, an activity, a habit that becomes a need, then you need to know there's something wrong there.
True. Right?
If you end up, oh, it's just that I like vaping. Yeah, you like vaping, but if it ends up to a point where, oh shit, if I set aside my vape for a day or two and I'm just thinking about it, I need my vape, then you got to know there's something wrong there.
Right. I've quit vaping before, and I used to reach for it in my car when it wasn't there, just because it's by habit, you know?
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, we shouldn't need anything. We're not, we're biologically speaking, we're not meant to need anything, bro.
I believe it.
Good nutrition, good maintenance, which is exercise, and like healthy habits, bro, it's all we really actually need.
Yeah.
Right? Everything else is extra. So that's rule number 1.